So as with strings that we looked at a few videos ago, arrays also have various array methods that we can use, which can be really useful. So let's start with a new folder, and this is number 8, and this is array methods. So rename the folder array methods and open that up in brackets. And then let's rename this. So array methods, and then we can actually reuse this array that we created before. So if we wanted to add an extra value into this array, we can use the push method. And the way to do that is we use the array's name, which is users.push with the brackets afterwards and a semicolon. And then inside the brackets we put the value that we want to add. So I'm going to create a new user called Tom, and then just remove the length property there. So let's save and open that up in the browser. So now you can see we've got 4 values now, and Tom has been placed onto the end of the array. But if we wanted to add Tom to the start of the array, we can use a method called unshift, and then save that and refresh, and now Tom is added to the start of the array. And we can also remove values from the array in a similar kind of way. So instead of unshift, we can use the shift method, and this will remove the first element of an array. So we can just leave the brackets empty and then refresh, and now you can see that the value of Chris, which is the first value, has been removed. And we can also remove the last value of an array with the pop method. So users.pop, and this should remove Paul off the end of the array, and refresh, and now we're just left with Chris and Mike. Okay, and we can also reverse the order of the values in the array by using the reverse method. And now we should get Paul, Mike and Chris appearing in that order. Okay, so before we looked at adding values and removing values from the beginning and the end of the array, we can also use the slice method, which will remove a value out of an array between a certain point. So we'll do that with, we'll actually create a new variable, and we'll call this slice, and that's going to be equal to users.slice, and then inside the brackets we put in 2 values. So the first value that we want to enter is the start position. So if we wanted to remove Mike, that is at position 1. If you remember, the first index is 0, and then separated by a comma we put in the second value, which is the end position. So we want this to end just before Paul, which is value 2. And then document write the slice variable and save that. And now when we check that out in the browser, we should see that the value of Mike will display. So save and refresh, and there we go. So we get the value of Mike appearing on the screen, and we can use the start and end position to pull out any value that we want inside the array. And if you check out the cheat sheet provided, that has some more additional array methods that you can have a play around with. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll take a look at JavaScript functions.